Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future.
and living for the present, all
All
while learning
how to live.
magically. Really hit a note there.
You did.
This has nothing. Let me.
I
I've
can't
had,
wait.
okay, pregnancy dreams, they get like cray cray.
Yeah?
And I'm not really, usually if I dream, like I'm like a dreamer, but like I wake up and I don't remember them
Okay. But then how do you know you dreamed?
because I just like, that's a good question. But
You don't remember like anything? You don't remember like a person or like any element?
sometimes.
Okay.
But like pregnancy dreams are so gnarly and I like they're
Ooh.
so vivid and I remember everything.
Do you
And
think that's a don't you take the Unisom though?
I haven't been now, but that I
Okay.
guess I did used to think that was why.
Yeah,
Anyway, where I'm going with that because I just really hit that note of magically is
you did.
I've had two dreams that I was on Broadway in Wicked.
Oh my gosh, as who?
Yeah. So the first one was so realistic.
I'm screaming. Okay.
This is good. You're gonna die. I was Alphaba, which
Of course.
you really you see me as an Alphaba.
No, I see you as a Glinda, but just
I
like, of
know.
course, you were the star of the show.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was Alphaba, and my Galinda was Anna Kendricks.
Oh, sorry.
I know, but we were on Broadway, like in New York City. We were in a special version of Wicked. We were in like the movie version of Wicked, and it was like on Broadway for like a limited time. And I was learning how to fly, obviously.
Course. Yes.
That, yeah. So
I love that.
that happened. That was like a month or so ago. And
I
the
have
other,
to wait, tell me, hold 1 second, because you talked about learning to fly. I have to tell you like the greatest wicked piece of knowledge of all time that I have, which is you've seen it. You know that like Elphaba goes up on a cherry picker and she's like soaring above the crowd singing Defying Gravity, right? That's like the flying.
above the crowd.
Or like, I don't know, up high on her cherry picker. She goes like up to the top of the stage.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right, not above the crowd, but
Well,
anyway.
I didn't know if in New York that is a thing, but I've only seen it on tour.
Oh, good point, good point. No, like stays on the stage, but she goes like up high.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. If for whatever reason there's a malfunction with the cherry picker, okay, so she like can't get in the
Oh,
air.
yeah.
There's obviously like the show must go on. So there's like alternate. This is like a new leg of, I mean, Kevin and I have talked about it a million times, but it's a new like TikTok algorithm I'm in where I've seen it happen and it's unbelievable. Um, the alternate like writing is just that because she's like up high and all the townspeople or whatever are like, ah, it's the witch. She just like stands very ominously, like standing full height, and all the townspeople have to lay on the floor and
What?
just be like, ah! It's so good.
What?
It is because like what else are they gonna do? But
Yeah,
it's just
I
like
guess.
so funny.
No,
So
in my version of Wicked on Broadway, I'm not on like I'm full flying as if like how Cynthia does.
you're
Like,
like whipping and nay-naying.
yeah, I'm
I
in
love
like
that.
contraption.
I love that.
It
You're
was
like
so
Mary
real.
Poppinsing. I love
Yeah.
it.
And then I had another dream this last week. This time I was more like their coach. But I was
Of
on stage
course.
and Sadie and her best friend were Alphaba and Glinda.
Yeah.
They put on this whole thing and yeah. So I don't know what this says about me, if it's just my calling.
Maybe you're gonna become like an actor.
I feel like that ship has sailed, but yeah, I wake
I'm
up in the
screaming.
morning. I am like, I belong on Broadway.
You're
So
like, I did that. Where do I take my bow?
yeah, exactly.
I'm obsessed with that.
So that's my random
Bravo.
story. Yeah.
Bravo.
Thank
Congrats on your Broadway debut.
thank you.
Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Anywho, what's been going on with you?
Well, I mean, I haven't made it to Broadway yet, so nothing super exciting. It was your birthday and AJ's birthday this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, some fun things we got to do for AJ's birthday included we went back. Did you go after my wedding the next morning? We went to like a Mexican restaurant.
No, because we ended up like changing our flight to fly out to make sure we like got out.
COVID.
We didn't know what COVID was going to do.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, there weren't like a ton of people there, but after our wedding, we had like a brunch at a Mexican restaurant that we haven't, I don't think, been back to since, maybe like once. But we went there. It was the best. I have never been so happy in my life and so overstuffed, but it was just like so good.
Mm.
It's called El Patron. So if you're ever in the area, it's like right next to Disney Springs and it's really good. And they do a buffet on Saturday and Sundays, like a breakfast buffet,
I
and
love that.
it's unbelievable. Um, and then we also did Animal Kingdom. We went very early in the morning and we took the train back and we got to watch a saddlebill stork get a CT scan.
Oh,
So, you know, I'm into that. But it was cool. He, I guess, like is a LOL frequent flyer of the veterinary care department.
oh gosh.
So they were like, "Oh yeah, he's here, no big deal. Like he's used to all of it. He just like submitted, you know what I mean? He's just like,
Yeah,
do what you gotta do, it's fine." Uh,
he's used to it.
but it was cool to watch. And we did like an animation class because AJ loves to draw. And
Fun.
then basically we came home and he played video games with his friends online and he like lives and dies for that. So
Yeah,
it was
so
the dream.
it was his best birthday ever.
Yeah. How was your birthday?
It was great. Yeah. Kyle had to work during the day of my birthday, but that was fine. He got out of work and Ange planned the whole thing, and we went to Boston to the Museum of Ice Cream,
Yes.
which is a very like Instagram worthy place, but it was so cool and just so themed well. It was like themed around like Fenway Park, Boston. You do get ice cream, but it was so cute. You like take a fake plane and they like come out with a cart,
Oh.
like a snack cart, and they give you ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just really themed, really cool. And then
Wasn't there like Brooks was in like sprinkles or something?
yeah, there's a sprinkle like ball pit, but it's just like
Very cool.
bubbles. There's like a slide that you like slide down to get there, but Brooks was too small to go down that. So Kyle took him, but like me, Reed, and Ange all did the slide, and it was like pretty intense. Um,
Nice.
you have to like wear like a bag, you know.
What?
You have to like get into like a thing,
Oh, like a sack.
a sack, yeah, a bag.
Nice. No
Yeah,
bad. I'm like, what are they doing to you?
I know. So we did that, and then we went to dinner, and then the next day, it's like tulip season up here.
Those photos are unreal.
Yeah, and I have seen people do like tulips around here, but I thought they were always like pretty far from us, like at least like 2 hours. And that's a commitment to drive for tulips. But I just looked it up and it's only like tulips like are in peak bloom like this last weekend and like
Yeah.
them will make it to Mother's Day this weekend. So you only have like 2 weeks. And I was like, I want to
Right.
see tulips. And we found a farm. They were like 45 minutes from us and it was so cool.
That
Just
is amazing.
so cool. And Brooks was loving it. Obviously, he's just like
Obviously.
free range running in the flowers. Yeah, so we did that. And then went to my parents' house and had a little pizza party. And
Nice.
it was a 10 out of 10 weekend.
That's amazing. Yeah, it looked like you were really living it up,
We were living it up. Yeah.
which
Um,
you deserve.
thanks. So it's a good weekend. What else? I think that's it though.
I know. I was like, what did I do this week? Uh, Cleaned my house. I don't know.
I cleaned well, you know, I cleaned my kitchen the other day and it's just like the most annoying task ever.
Yes.
Oh, you always have a clean kitchen.
I don't know about that.
But it's like I clean the kitchen and then by the next day there's just like shit everywhere. And I'm like,
Yes.
how?
Yes. And also like
How?
I don't want to cook until it's clean. But then like when it's clean, I don't want to cook because I'm like, I don't want to make a big mess. I just
Yeah,
clean this.
it's just like I don't know. I gotta do better. I'm
I
like looking at it right now, and the random shit that's on our counter is like, what? What?
yes, I totally
Uh,
agree. And there's like so many elements of cleaning in general, but cleaning the kitchen, I feel like specifically because it's such a like not a dirty area, but like a lot of stuff happens, like things spill, you're
right.
like aromas and like whatever. So like I was just like wiping my cabinets down this weekend for like the first time in 8 years. And I was reminded that like once I tried to clean them very well, I used like a magic eraser and I like scuffed them. I like
Oh,
removed the finish or something. I don't know. So there's like marks from that. So now I'm all paranoid, but it's hard to like fully get them. It's a lot. Yeah.
I know another highlight of my week.
Yes.
All of our pod people chatting
I
about
know.
pod.
I know. I really props to you for the title about the nugs and the dipping because like I think it really sparked a conversation that we're still having and I still cannot believe like you and we've kept it like pretty on the rails as far as nuggets and tenders, but like you texted me the other day and you were like, I'm eating a bare naked garlic roll. Does it make you sick? And I was like, yes. The entire reason garlic knots were invented was for sauce.
No.
Yeah. What do you mean? They're just extra leftover dough.
Yeah, I love a good
Pl
dough with
plain?
what's not plain? There's like garlic and butter all over it.
Oh, no, it's not. No, you need, no. Do you dip like pizza crust?
No.
That's unhinged. Okay.
You dip pizza crust in what? Marinara or like ranch?
Marinara, ranch, garlic sauce,
Oh, you'll do it.
hot sauce.
No.
Yeah, I won't. If there's no dip, I won't eat it, which maybe I should be doing that. But like, it's a vessel for dip. Somebody said that on the pod, and I was like, or on the in the Facebook group, like, bread is
I,
a vessel for dips, and
no,
that's
it's a vehicle,
or
which
a
is hilarious.
vehicle. That's the truth.
No, I love a plain old
No.
crust, garlic bread,
No.
garlic nut. So like, okay, so you go to like a dinner and they give you bread.
Yeah.
But what if they give you no dip?
I mean, if is there like butter?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, I'll do butter, but like a naked bread, like a naked bread, never.
So like okay, like Olive Garden, they have breadsticks.
Oh yeah, I always am ordering a side of marinara or Alfredo.
You're in
100%.
a house like that?
Yeah. Ew, you're gonna eat them plain?
Yes. Oh my God. And I want seconds.
No. No. No.
I think this could go two ways. Like I just appreciate the flavor of the
Totally.
bread and garlic.
I think that's amazing. I think yeah, you just like appreciate food for what it is, which is nice.
Yeah, you're like, okay, if you have steak,
Yes.
what do you do with your steak?
Steak, I will eat plain. I think that steak sauce is like you don't know how to cook steak if you need steak sauce.
Yeah.
But if you go to like Steakhouse 71, you can get a flight, like a sauce flight,
Okay.
and like those are nuts.
I know, but you just like paid a lot for that steak. It's
I
like
t- I
what?
totally agree. And that's steak is one where I like draw the line. But like a bread, the flavor of steak and the flavor of white bread are like or like a plain chicken tender. Those flavor, if you like put it in a flavorometer, a plain chicken tender or like a white bread would be like a level 6 and a steak would be a level like 200. They're like
Okay,
non-comparable.
fine. They're like, yeah, they're not the same. What I'm just going over dippers.
But like pizza,
Okay.
you're gonna the point of pizza is obviously not the crust to me. The point of pizza is like the pizza part, right? Like the cheese and the sauce.
Yes and no, because I love crust.
Plain.
Yeah,
So like, why do you order pizza? Why don't you just order like garlic bread?
because that's not like politically correct, or I
Why
would.
why not? What do you mean?
I would gladly just eat a sheet of breadsticks over pizza. Yeah.
That's wow. Okay. Okay. What about like, okay, you said you're a chips and dip person, which also like throws me for a loop because to me, like, I like chips nude. I'll always eat a dip if it's there, but like, I don't eat it.
Okay.
But what about like Mexican, like chips and salsa?
Well, I don't really like spicy, so it
Oh
depends
my
on if
God.
the salsa is really spicy. But
Okay.
like I can get down with like a non-spicy like queso, sign me up. Um,
Okay.
chips are meant to be dipped.
Ooh.
I'm not saying that I won't eat like a plain chip because I will,
Yeah.
but I do like a French onion chip dip is the best.
Yes. Like a Helluva Good or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So
But
good. I
also,
agree.
for like reminder, we've talked about this a long time ago. If this is a condiment, my favorite condiment is sour cream. So
Oh yeah.
like a French onion dip is like the base is basically sour cream. So that's like
Right,
my
right.
heaven.
Sour cream is good. No, that's valid. Did we talk about this when you talked about sour cream? Do you ever opt Greek like a plain Greek yogurt for a
No,
sour cream?
I'm not ruining sour cream. Like sour cream
Okay.
is the best condiment that there is.
Like what are you putting sour cream on that's not like a baked potato or a taco?
Honestly, I don't know if we can finish this conversation because you're gonna make fun of me hard.
No, I'm not. I mean, well, maybe. What are you gonna say
You're
like pie?
you're gonna judge me.
Tell me.
If I have it at home,
Yeah.
like all these three ingredients, I this is my snack. I love it. This is so embarrassing. I'll take like a flour tortilla
Okay.
and just put like sour cream on it
Yeah.
and like shredded cheddar cheese
No, that sounds great.
and roll it up and eat it.
Wait, do you heat it?
No.
Oh, cold.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could see where you're going with that.
It's really good. And one
Yeah.
time I told Brandy about this and she was like, I do that too before she went on her health journey. Good for her. But
Oh.
like not something that I'm gonna get rid of. So there's no health journey for me. Um and it's yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I would try it.
See, you could like dip it in salsa if you want to dip it in something, but I'm out on that.
No, I feel like it has the dip on it. Like, I'm down to call sour cream a dip.
Oh, well,
Sure.
hey, maybe you are my people.
Do you, are you like down for like a 5 layer dip or whatever they're called?
Yeah, but I'd prefer like I would prefer just like a chip and sour cream, honestly.
Okay. This is, wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay, last one. Like a oh, I do this pretzel, like a big pretzel,
Like a soft pretzel? Yeah.
a soft pretzel, and like beer cheese.
No. See, a soft
All
pretzel to me is like a waste. I don't think, unless I was like dying of hunger, I would never eat a soft pretzel.
I mean, it's not like my go-to, but if there's like a good beer cheese, I'll eat it.
Yeah, beer cheese is good. I
I,
just had beer cheese somewhere. It was so good.
I'm not doing it in honey mustard because that's repulsive, and I'm not doing it in like nacho cheese. That's gross.
Do you eat nacho cheese in any situation? No.
No,
Okay.
that's gross.
What about you also love the it's it's cream cheese. It's not sour cream, but the cream cheese sweet pretzel at
Yeah,
Disney, right?
that one's good. That one's good.
Yeah. That sounds good to
That's
me too.
that's like a dessert. That's not even like a waste of like a pretzel, you know?
Would you eat like in a non-pregnancy? I understand like some things change like in pregnancy, for example, you want like plain food. So that aside, would you ever find yourself like
Actually,
munching? Good.
that's not true. Because my I came back to ranch like when I was pregnant with Brooks.
Oh, right, right. No,
So
well, what I'm saying though is like I think pregnancy just throws anything like no, anything you think is normal out the window because you're
yeah,
just like eating pickles, eating ranch, eating
it,
plain saltines, like whatever. But like would you ever on a regular non-pregnant day find yourself munching on like saltines or like a plain
Yeah.
cracker?
Oh yeah.
No, why?
Why not?
Oh no. That's a
Preferably like
no.
Ritz, but yeah,
Preferably what?
like a Ritz cracker.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, they're like pre-dipped in butter for you. They're so
Exactly.
good. Interesting. And I would take like a plain Ritz cracker any day over like you know how they do like peanut butter sandwich ones or like cheese
Oh,
sandwich ones? Those are gross.
I mean, I'll eat those, but they're not like. No, I'd probably take a plain.
Yeah.
I would take a plain in like a plain, and then you put like chive and onion cream cheese on it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sure.
It's really a miracle I'm not like 500 pounds.
No, no, I don't think that's the situation. I just think it's interesting. Like, is it a flavor thing? Like, do you like, I don't know what to call it, like big flavors or like,
No, and I think I've kind of always been this way. Like my parents and I were just talking about this. I'm just kind of like plain. I've
yeah.
always been a plain eater. I don't know.
What about like noodles? Would you eat like a buttered noodle? I mean, I love a buttered noodle. There's a place for it, but
Oh,
like,
noodle.
would you rather have that over like any other sauce?
Um, yeah, because even if I make like even when I was younger, my mom would make like spaghetti. She'd put the sauce on the side, and I would only do like a little.
Oh, see, we're in like the crux of it. Because like if I order a pizza or something, I'm always sliding it over to like extra sauce.
No, I want light sauce.
I want it to be like slipping and sliding the
Yeah,
cheese off the, yeah.
no, no.
No?
That's too much sauce for me.
Okay. Okay. If you say
Hey, I
so.
think we've made some progress here.
Yeah.
Or none at all. I'm not sure.
I just have to ask one more thing.
Mhm.
Explain about like, I think for me, not half of it, but like a big part of it too is about moisture. Like
Where are we
not
going?
eating like dry food. Like I don't like a plain breadstick to me is like dry.
I love it.
Okay, great. 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 Great.
Kyle thinks it's like weird too, but yeah, I don't know.
I just think it's one of those like divisive things where either you like do one or you don't.
The like the bread, I more so understand people being like weirded out with the bread and sauce. Like
Yeah.
I've always been that way. I don't know.
Would you ever dip like a grilled cheese in a tomato soup?
I love that.
Okay. So it's not about moisture for you. Like
No,
you'll go either way.
yeah, I guess not.
It's like a flavor thing. Maybe it's just like it's too many flavors for you at once.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, so today we're talking about habits.
Yes, habits. It's gonna be a good one. I believe
Okay,
in us.
all right.
Um, Habits are hard for me. I want to just say that off the top. I feel like I'm a free spirit. Also, I don't have like a structured 9 to 5 job or any sort of like guardrails. So it's really this whole idea of habits is hard for me because like let's say I arrange to like work out in the morning, I will definitely just sleep through it because it's not like I have to get to something. Like I just won't
Okay.
do it.
Yes, I hear you, but I also feel like you are very like habit because of your like list. Like,
I think I have to use a lot of external tools to like keep myself from being a garbage person.
oh, okay, fine.
I would literally like never get off the couch. I would never like leave the bed if that was my option.
Yeah, I guess, but I also think like you do a lot of, oh my gosh, this is random. This is random, but I need to like shout you out.
Okay. Oh boy.
This morning, we were
Hmm.
driving and we are on, this is so random. We are on the highway and we pass this like body of water. And every time we see this body of water, we always see like Phillips Exeter is over there doing their rowing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Kyle's always like, "What is that body of water?" And look at them rowing, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, "I can't believe Courtney and Adria were rowers." And she's like, and he like goes on, he's like, "I can't believe they don't like, I tell everybody that I know, like, I know Courtney and AJ, and they were rowers for Penn State, like a Division 1 school. He's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I believe they don't just like they should introduce themselves like I am a Division 1 athlete. Like, why does that go under the radar? Like, they don't tell anybody that, and he just
That's
wants
hilarious.
everybody knows that you and AJ were Division 1 athletes.
Thank you, Kyle. I also coached there after because AJ is younger than me and like stayed, So I was like, I'm gonna stay. And they like hired me to coach, and that was cool. And I coached in Detroit, and rowing was like, I really thought I was gonna do more rowing in my life, but yeah, we came here and I saw like a gator my first day in the boat down
Yeah,
here, and I was like, I'm done. Bye.
that's enough. That's enough.
But
But
thank you. It was, yeah, a
or-
moment in time.
yeah, you were a Division 1 athlete.
Yeah, I used to work out like twice a day for like a million hours, and like, yeah, it was terrible.
Pretty crazy though.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Kyle just wants
I,
that everybody is aware of this.
do you know I missed my college graduation because we were like on ESPN rowing at like a championship thing.
Oh,
And yeah, and my parents were like obviously watching at home like the race, and we like started and we're going, and then like part of our boat broke off. So we had to like stop. It was really traumatic because we like kicked butt in our like preliminary round.
yeah.
And so we were like in the semifinal or whatever, but like our boat broke, and like my parents are watching, they see us start and then they like don't see us again. And it's like, are they okay? What happened? Like it
Oh my God.
was wild. But yeah, so that's rowing right there.
Anywho, wow.
Anywho, yeah.
You don't travel with backup boats?
Well, yeah, but once you're in the race,
Yeah, I
they
guess you're
they don't like
done.
it's over. Yeah.
Disqualified.
Yeah. That was yeah, what a time.
What a time. Anyways, well, Kyle thinks you should shout it from the rooftops, let everybody know. So,
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Kyle.
and he does it for you. I guess they golf at this one golf course, and at one of the holes, you can always see where they're rowing, and no matter who he's with, he always tells them about you.
That's Kyle. Kyle.
He was like telling he golfed there the other day with Reed and my dad and Ryan, so he was telling them
No.
that's Courtney and AJ.
Hey, I'll take it.
Okay, have it.
It was a fun time. Yeah. Those are habits that I think scarred me for life because like we used to train at 4 in the morning, and now I like the idea of working out in the morning. I'm like just coming back around to it because it's just not at 4, at like 8. But I'm just like the sun's coming up and like
I
you want me
could
to work out? I can't do it.
I could never.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's rough. You were like a Division 100 cheerleader.
So I was not.
You went to like a million cheer competitions and stuff.
That's just because I did like all-star cheerleading. That's just
Yeah,
like
but that's like because
how,
you didn't go to a big enough school or something, right? So you like,
well, yeah, my school doesn't have like a big cheer team, so I'm just
right.
people like all-star cheer is all over.
It's amazing. Rowing's all over.
Yeah, but I didn't go to college for cheer.
I mean, they didn't like pay me to go to college.
Yeah, but still you were on a Division 1 team.
Yeah, something like that. It was,
You should
yeah.
acknowledge that.
Thank you. Thank you. How far we've fallen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho, okay. Habits.
habits. Yes, like a nun, a habit. Um, do you have one that comes to mind that's like the one thing that you will never not do?
No.
You're not like, there are plenty. You like obviously brush your teeth every day, right?
Well, duh, but I thought we aren't talking about like the basics.
No, those are, I mean, all, I guess you're right, but like, sometimes I think that we take for granted like things that we do every day to stay alive that other people might not do.
Okay, well, if you're listening, you should brush your teeth every morning
You should absolutely brush your teeth.
and
Yes.
at night as well. It's a 2 time a day activity.
Yes.
Some may say.
Also, we got a water flosser.
Oh,
It like made me die the first week or so. I was like bleeding out. Now
Yeah.
it's like the best. It's
A
like
lot.
all the stuff
Yeah.
falls out. It's great. The best. So shout out to water flossers.
Okay. We're
Uh,
off here.
I know. A habit that I have more in my more recent life, the last few months, um, is a smoothie.
Really?
Yes, we actually got like a NutriBullet when we got home from New York because I have like a giant Vitamix and it just was like too aggressive to get that thing out to make smoothies and whatever. So
Yeah.
we got the NutriBullet at TJ Maxx. Shout out. But it's like a great to me like hidden secret of like you're getting in
Good.
always a vegetable, a
Yep.
fruit. I'm getting in seeds because I put like all these hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, whatever.
Right.
Um, what else goes in it? I don't know, but it just is like a good cheater thing. Like
Yeah.
especially if you don't want to eat like a salad, drink
That is
it.
that is that is smart. Yes. I don't
Just
do that.
saying.
I have this issue with like cleaning up and taking out small appliances on my counter. Just a
That's no, I am with you. Like the air fryer is gone for me now.
it
And I
really
have like a two-in-one.
yeah.
But the NutriBullet, because it's small and it's gold. I got a gold one.
Oh,
So it's
see now,
like cute,
yes, you can leave it on the counter.
but also it's so small. You can like get it out and put it away easy. It's not like a hefty, like a KitchenAid mixer or something.
Oh, see, so my like blender, which does have like individual cups, is still like a whole thing.
Yeah, no. That's why I was like, I felt a lot of guilt about buying this like alternate device because I have like the world's best blender.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, that doesn't work for me. It doesn't come apart right. It's hard to clean. Like you have
See,
to
so
make so much volume.
if you're using it, then that's good.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Um, that made me think of, I guess I do have this one habit that I try my best to remember to do is to drink water like right when I wake up. Like my first thing that's in my stomach is water.
That's a great one.
Cody Rigsby said that he did that, so I
Yes.
look at you.
We love the water.
Yeah. Or here we are with my coffee.
Good for you. Is that a Dunkin' though?
Yeah, I live in New England. Like,
I know, I just like can't do it.
okay.
Yeah, the water first thing in the morning is a great idea.
Yeah.
I also like, especially anytime I'm seated, you notice from the pod, anytime I have to like sit and do like a call or whatever, I always have like as many vehicles of liquid as I can because I just want to, it's an easy way to like get that stuff in when you're not paying attention. You're not like, oh God, I have to drink 40 ounces of water or whatever.
I'm really bad at that, but yeah.
No, yeah. It's like my thing. I don't know. What happened to you?
Huh?
What just happened to you?
Bruins over here, and it's just like,
Oh, living life. Cats living life.
yeah, no personal space. Ugh.
Yeah, he wants to crawl inside your soul. What's wrong with that?
Well, because okay.
Okay, great. Um, I want to shout out again. I've talked about this a million times on the pod and with you, but the Finch app.
Yeah.
I know you've like fallen off on it, and I totally get it. Um, my thought there, because I'm starting to like the wheels are falling off. I can't lose my streak, right? So
That, yeah, that's the
it's
thing.
aggressive. I just as a reminder, it's basically an app. You like add your own habits, you check them off, you get points, you can buy your bird like outfits and stuff. Um, at like the peak of me being into it, I'm now on day like 300 something.
Incredible.
I know. I just made like every habit, like every minute thing. And I'm just like in a different place in life now where I'm doing different things or like those things aren't as important to me. So I guess like a habit comment I have is like habits. Obviously, the point of a habit is that you do it every day, but also there needs to be like some flexibility in like you said when you got pregnant and like you got t more tired or like whatever. You don't. It's like aggressive to be like you have to do these things, so you just like
Fair.
ignore it. But perhaps we should allow ourselves some grace and like if you were doing these things last month, it doesn't mean you need to do them this month if it's not like serving you.
Yeah, I okay. So you're like your habits can evolve and change.
Yeah, your habits can evolve and change. I think the point of a habit to me is more like, are you feeling like the things you're doing every day are moving you closer to the person you want to be, whatever that means. Business, health, sleep, relationships, whatever.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because I
just
do mine like change or like I guess I wouldn't even know if I call them habits, but my goals change.
yeah, but okay, so your goal, give me a goal you have right now.
Survive. I don't have a goal right now.
Survive
I
is a great one, but like,
but I was thinking before I got pregnant, I had that goal for like a good month of I was gonna run a 5K 3 times a week.
oh yeah, yes.
And because that was in my Finch app at the time. And I did it.
Yes.
But then once we ran the half marathon, I was like out with that slash
Yeah.
also. And so deaf out with that. But
Well,
um
the habit, the transition there is like the goal is run a 5K 3 times a week. It for me, if I don't literally like schedule, plan, whatever for those 3 runs, it's not going to happen. And it's not because I didn't have time or like whatever. It's just that like it wasn't prioritized. I didn't block off like I know I'm gonna feel my best to run every day, or I'm only gonna run. For me, fitness a lot is like I'm only gonna work out if AJ's working out. I just know that about myself, and like by default, he's not gonna work out during work. Duh. So like 5 p.m. is usually the sweet spot. Even though I don't want to work out at 5, at least I have like accountability.
okay. So you're
But
saying you're saying that you have to schedule it in like I'm gonna do it on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday?
yeah, or I will
Like
like definitely come up with an excuse.
you have to know that like ahead of time going into the week.
Yes.
Interesting.
I even right now my Google Calendar, I'm not like so regimented about it, but I have like 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. blocked off every day as like sleep. And it's not because like I need to be reminded to sleep or whatever. Like I could sleep at any moment in time and live my best life. But it also reminds me then like if I'm making plans with friends, I will add it to my calendar, right? That we're like going to dinner. But if somebody wants to go to dinner at 8, I will add it and then I'm like, oh, that's like not going to be enough time for me to go to dinner and me to get
Wait,
home. Yeah, do all the things I need to do to like get in bed at a reasonable time. And like, yes, it's fine to be flexible with your bedtime, but also like, I know that's going to mess up my tomorrow because I'm going to be tired. I'm not going to want to get up in the morning, which means I'm not going to do whatever I wanted to do in the morning. Like, if I just like live off the rails like that, if I don't have any like parameters of keeping the train on the tracks, it's not cute.
that is fascinating.
Really?
Yes.
I just like I need the guide rails. And I think it helps me too with like boundaries with people of like,
Fine the boundary part, but no.
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 So like, I don't know. How do you what if you stay out? Because you also you can go on a lot less sleep than I can, but like you like sleep to an extent.
Oh, I love my sleep. Yeah.
So like what if you're, I don't know, doing something with Reed and Ange and it's like becomes like a late night event because the boys are like winning
Yeah.
at the slot machine. Yeah. So then
Yeah.
like what happens to you tomorrow? You just like wake up and live your life the same way?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's like I feel it. I like wake up and I'm like I didn't get enough sleep. I
Yeah,
would like to
sure.
skip
I,
whatever's first on my calendar.
sure, I could be like tired, but like, okay, also my sleep is dependent on like when my child's gonna sleep. So, I mean, for the
Sure.
most part, he's always up around like, we're very lucky. He usually you don't have to get him out of bed till like 8, but
Yeah.
some days he's up at 6:30 because he wants to, and you don't know that he's when you go to bed that night if he's going to be up at 6:30 or 9.
That's okay, but like what about before kids?
I mean, I guess before it's just really a habit. Um, Before kids, I mean, I guess I tried to always make sure I got 8 hours.
Sure.
That was like a thing, but I don't know.
Do you notice a difference in your functionality if you're like staying up repeatedly?
I mean, no, I mean, sometimes I'm tired, but have an extra cup of coffee.
Oh, see, I'm also not doing coffee. So it's like,
Yeah, so maybe that's
maybe my habit needs to be drink coffee.
caffeine of some sort.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
I don't know if that's a habit. Okay.
Sleep, I think sleep is like the most important habit anyone has. Sleep is like, to me, sleep is all or nothing.
I feel like maybe my take on sleep was like a little different before I had Brooks. And like I love sleep, yes. And I would be like, I have to go to bed right now, or I'm not going to get my 8 hours if I knew that we had to be somewhere. I've also been very lucky, same with you, is I haven't had to like get up for work in
Right.
a long time. So like I could usually just like sleep until I get my 8 hours and wake up and then like carry on with my day. Like I haven't had to like set an alarm. So if there's any times of like
Yeah.
this is bad, but like we were going to the airport and I know that I need to get up at a certain time. I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed at this time because I have to wake up at such and such
Right.
time. I need 8 hours.
But do you find like what do you okay, let's talk about your morning habits. Obviously like brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, whatever. But like those things you're gonna do whether you wake up at 6 in the morning or 10 in the morning. What are things that like you're not gonna get done? Like instead of making coffee at home, are you like buying coffee because it's too late in the day? Or I know for you that's like kind of a weird example because coffee's like a fun thing, not like a thing you need to survive. Like it's both, but you know what I'm saying. Like, what are you not doing in the morning because you didn't get enough sleep?
Nothing. I still,
You're
I
not
don't
like, I'm gonna skip my workout because I'm tired.
know. I don't work out in the morning. That's no, that cannot be me.
What about like business? Are you like, I'm gonna die if I sit down and check my emails. I just need to like, I don't know, do
I,
that
I
later.
think I probably need more habits in the morning.
Like, how do
I'm
you,
very slow start morning gal.
and that's like beautiful. I just don't, for me, that is like, I'll just ride it all day.
No.
How do you like, at what point are you like, all right, gotta get going?
Well, it depends on what's on my to-do list for the day.
But like, okay, what's motivating you? Like, you're not gonna die if you don't unload the dishwasher today, right?
Right.
It's like, it could wait till tomorrow. That's fine. You're not gonna die if you don't mop the floor this week. It's not you
Mhm.
should do it, but like, nobody's gonna die. How do you, how are you getting that stuff done if you're not? Because I feel like all it takes is like a day or two of like, I'm gonna put off the dishes because like I know we're going out tonight for dinner, so I don't need the dishes and like whatever. Then like I wake up, the dishes are in the dishwasher, I'm not making breakfast. It's like off the rails.
No. See, this is where your habits are much different than mine. You are very like on a schedule, like need you have to do this to get to do this. Like you think of all this stuff like in advance.
I guess.
I'm not like that. I'm just like I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, oh, okay, those dishes really need to be done. And then I'll either put it off or I'll get up and do the dishes.
But like at what point aren't there like a million things like that on your list? What about like vacuuming the steps?
I just do that when I feel like it. That's not on my to-do list. Like, oh, my phone's being used right now. Like on my to-do list for the week, per se, is like, okay, I would like to clean up Brooks's room this week.
Sure.
and it's on my list. I also need to package orders. I need to, I wanted to do some Poshmark. Okay, those are three things.
Okay.
Now I can like look at my list and see if I want to do any of those at this current moment when I have a free moment. And if I don't, but if I don't do them, they just carry over to my list for the next week. But of course, I have like other things more important on my list of like Mother's Day gifts. I have to make sure that those are done by Sunday. So like those are going to take priority over cleaning Brooks's room, which is just like
Sure.
I want to do.
But those are like a Mother's Day has like a deadline built in, right? So it's like I have to do this because there's a deadline. Cleaning Brooks's room, provided like nobody's gonna look in there in the immediate, it's like a you problem. You know, it's
Yeah,
not like hurting him, hurting you. Everything's fine. You could put it off forever. I'd like to reorganize
yeah,
my drawers, like my
yeah. That's and
underwear drawers, but like when's that gonna happen?
I know, but that'll just be on my list until it gets done.
Until the end of time.
Yeah, whatever.
I I support that, but like there are so many things on my list. Like,
Yeah, but you put like go get a car wash on your list.
yeah,
I
because
don't. That's
when are
just
you gonna wash the car?
if we're driving by and I know the car is dirty and there's like no line at the car wash, then maybe I'll be like, hey, let's stop in.
See, but I'm like the car wash is only $5 on Wednesdays, so I would only like to go on Wednesdays because why would I pay
See, you're
twice
like,
the price?
that's what I'm saying. We're very different in these aspects.
I hope like a psychologist is listening to this and can tell me what's wrong with me because it's
I'm not
fascinating that people don't need this type of motivation and like
sure.
structure.
I'm not sure anyone's still listening.
I know. Sorry, guys. Bye. Bye.
Uh, I just, yeah, I don't know. You're very like this is not a habit. This is back onto the to-do list situation that you like can't fathom.
Yeah. Well, that's why they have to be like habits.
Yeah,
Like, do you like wash your sheets every Monday or something?
no.
You're just like, oh, they feel dirty. I'm gonna wash them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll like wake up and I'll be like, we gotta wash the sheets today.
Is
I
there,
don't
have there ever been like occasions of things that you like haven't remembered to, you haven't, that's like a to-do list thing, but like you haven't, like I go to acupuncture every week. If it wasn't like on my list to make sure I had an appointment or like always be rebooking, I would forget and then I would not go. Like when we came back from New York, I didn't go for like a month, not because it's my favorite hour of the week by miles, but like I just wasn't like in my brain.
okay. There's a difference between like my to-do list and like my calendar. So
Yeah.
like I have on my calendar what we have on the schedule this week. So like I had a doctor's appointment today. So I
Yeah.
know, like I just know that. I just know that we have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. It's written on our calendar, like on our board. Like I guess Monday I do go through and I'm like, okay, this is what we have to do this week. And I just know.
But how do you, the habit part of that to me is like, I get what you're saying about like calendars and those that they're like ever changing what's on your schedule. But like if you haven't agreed in your mind that you're like a person who is in the habit of working out 3 times a week for 30 minutes, okay?
Hmm.
And you don't like working out,
Hmm.
what's getting you to work out?
Because I told myself I have to do it 3 times that week.
But that's the habit part.
And I can just Kyle and I were just talking about this. I like people do things in different ways. Like you're somebody who needs to say that I'm gonna work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
I feel like I my goal is to do it 3 times a week. And if Monday comes around and I don't feel like doing it, then that's fine. So Tuesday I'll do it. And then
Yeah.
like times if I don't do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I have to get it done Saturday, Sunday, then like I will.
But like what if you have plans Saturday and Sunday? What if you
I
like put it off to the end of the week?
No, I'll do it like way late before I go to bed. I used to do that all the time.
Just because like you promised yourself you were going to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely like the healthier mindset.
Well, I don't know because like, should you be working out at 10 p.m.? I don't know.
I mean, it's more of like, I think that piece of accountability that like if you tell yourself something, you're gonna do it. That's like, I don't have that. I need it to be like very externally motivated. I have to tell AJ like we're working out tonight at 5, make me do it. Or like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just how I work.
That's amazing.
Anywho, okay, we're running out of time here. We've not
I
maybe talked.
know. I know. You have any other habits you want to throw in last minute here?
No.
Great.
I feel like I'm just very go with the flow and I don't have many habits.
I
Even going back to when people were saying like they cook dinner and like they clean up as they go.
yeah.
That's definitely a habit of some people.
Yeah.
Not my habit. I wish it was my habit.
But okay. Oh my God. How do you like, because I know you do this. I just don't understand how. How do you like grow as a person if, because like, okay, it used to be that like eating spinach every day was hard for me because I'd get, like you said, I'd just be like, general goal, I'd like to eat some spinach. Nobody's gonna die if I don't, whatever. But then I would be like at dinner, I wouldn't want spinach in what I was eating. It'd be too late. 3 days of this would occur. I would have not eaten spinach in 3 days. Then it's like not a problem, but like I'm definitely breaking an agreement with myself. So now I like do the smoothie. It's automated. I don't have to think about spinach ever again. How do you like progress? Because now I can think about whatever the next thing is I want to worry about. Eating less cheese on my breadsticks. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess my thing is like I'm always like setting a goal or something. Like I always need something to like work towards, right? So that's if we're talking about like health wise.
Sure. Anything. Business,
So
whatever.
so like before the wedding, I was like, oh, I just like want to be in like the best shape of my life, right? So I
Yes.
in this like mindset of I'm working out X amount of days a week. And I have this goal and like I know that for myself. And then even like this last half marathon, I did put it off like far too long. And then like I had a month to scramble. I think I always have like a goal.
But like, are you setting aside time for goal setting?
No, I just like think of it
So like, what are your goals right now?
to survive and have a baby. And then
That's a great goal.
once the baby's here, then I have a goal to like lose a bunch of weight because this is our last baby. So like I can
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So be, I have a different mindset where like after I had Brooks, I was like, okay, I know we're gonna have a second. So like, why lose all this weight to get fat again?
Yep.
Now I have this baby and then I can get in like good shape because I know we're not having another baby. I know I want to be able to chase my kids around and not be huffing and puffing
Yep.
and be in like better shape.
Yep. I love that. My counter to that is like, I think that weddings are the world's best motivators for getting in shape. Babies also, and like birth, it's like a
Yeah.
finite timeline, right? Like you're going to have your baby, whether you want to or not, at a certain point. It's like
Yeah.
coming out. What about like something more abstract than that? Like once you, and not just health related, business related, relationship related, finance related, I don't know, like house, home improvement related. How do you, when there's no like, I'm going to get married on this day, so that's the deadline. We all know it's whatever, like everybody's watching. Everybody knows I'm getting married. Everybody knows I'm having a baby. What if you're just like, I don't know, wanting to save for like a private
Well, I
plane?
think that's where my downfall is, which I've talked about this so many times of me being like having my own schedule and like making my own having my own business and like I don't have a 9 to 5 every day and I can do whatever I want and just like make time for whatever. I think it's really a downfall nowadays that I have Brooks and obviously my first priority is like staying home with him and that's what I choose to do.
Of
I still
course.
business that I want to succeed, and I don't put nearly as much time into it, and now it's like failing for better words, but like I don't have uh I'm slacking in that goal, which yeah, I guess is now slacking on my to-do list for that. Whatever. I don't know.
It's just like not the like business isn't the highest priority on the totem pole right now. Like babies and health are,
Yeah.
which is that's like a valid answer. I
But
just
I think my whole mindset like changes eventually. So like of course like right now, yeah, like my goal is to be able to stay home with Brooks and next baby for until they go to school. And then I think like once they're in, I mean, I'll send them like preschool,
yeah.
but once they're in school, then maybe my priorities will change to like do something business wise if it's still alive and running and well. But I don't know. I think I just like change.
Yeah. No, I think that's amazing. I think where it comes from in my brain also is like in a traditional job. When I think about like AJ at work, Kyle at work, whatever, their titles are whatever. Their responsibilities are whatever. Their salary is whatever. So it's a very easy formula. Like the next thing above manager is director. I don't whatever the thing is. The next thing above $10 an hour is $20 an hour. Like those are very outlined, finite, like a wedding or whatever. It's like we all get it. We all know what the next step is. There's a path to get there. For people like us that have this more like fluid life, I think that sometimes it gets really difficult to know, for me anyway, like, how do you judge that? Because in like business, I don't think that like just growing financially every month over month is always the answer. Maybe you're launching a new product. Maybe you're trying a new hourly schedule. Like, as long as you're working on something, that's what matters. But
Yes.
how do you not just like there are days when I'm like doing a new website building thing and it's amazing and I'll have to tell you about it, but there are days when I'm like I don't want to respond to any of those. I don't want to work on it. I don't care.
Yeah. And that's the problem. And that's where like where you have like a to-do list and you follow this and like you have like a very structured yada yada yada.
Yeah.
That I don't thrive and I don't even want to say it's not right. Like I feel like before Brooks, I probably did. I was much better about
Yes.
that. And once your like priorities shift, then you kind of like lose it. But then I also get so frustrated because like Pixie's not doing well. So then I'm like, well, why? And but I know why. I'm speaking it out loud right now. It's because I'm not taking the time and sitting down and making it grow like it should be. Also the economy. But
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't know.
Well, and you're also doing like a million things new and different. You always can be counted on for like a new idea, which is, for the record, impossible to do. Always come up with like a new shirt idea, a new product idea, that gets like exhausting, but you're always doing it. You never go more than like 2 weeks without a new,
Nowadays I do.
that's to me like incredible. And
Whole different conversation because like
yeah, I
I don't know.
just, I think it's amazing. I think the way that your brain works is amazing. Your habits, I love that they're very different in structure than mine, but like with the same goal at the end, right?
Yeah. But yeah,
So I think that's cool.
this is
I, I hope other people will talk. I hope other people will reinforce to me that they need things like 100 checklists and
well,
apps
they
and
do. We had that one girl who like literally said that it's her hobby to make lists. So
I've never felt more
yeah,
seen in my life.
exactly. You and her on I think I'm the oddball out.
But like it gets done. It's the same with your memory, with like all these other things. If I don't write it down, I'm not going to remember it. You can remember probably what we ate in the treehouse villa 6 months ago or whatever that was.
I sure could.
That's unbelievable. I couldn't even tell you what month it was that we were there.
I don't know. That's just like the way
It's amazing.
my memory, this is actually okay, we're gonna end on this. We're gonna talk about my memory. I was saying how my birthday this year, I turned 33, was my Jason Varitek year because I was
Yeah.
obsessed with a baseball player, Jason Varitek. You have no idea who he is. It's fine.
Nope.
Um, I became obsessed with him because I went to a Red Sox game in elementary school with my parents, and I had a visor, and I got to like put it in this thing, and he came over and he signed it. And I remember it very specifically. But I
Yep.
also remembered that this visor was not only did I know that it was in my brother's closet because when I moved out this was, gosh, I moved out, what, 15 years ago at least.
Yeah.
Um, has it been that long? Anyways, um, I moved out. He took over my room. I
Yeah.
said, "Hey, Ryan, can you go see if visor, my Jason Veritek visor, is in your closet?" And he was like, "What? Like, why would it be in my closet?" I was like, "I just know that it's in there. Can you just go look?" And he went in there and he found it and he gave it to me. And I said, "Can I tell you? Can I ask if this is where it was?" And he was like, "Sure." I said, "Was it hanging on, like the Velcro was undone, hanging on the thing?" And he was like, "Yep." I was like, how do I know that?
Yeah, that's
But my parents
unbelievable.
were laughing at me that I remembered that. Yeah.
That I dream of that kind of memory. Whatever you've done to achieve it, let us know. Whatever supplement you're taking, brain exercise,
I
whatever.
don't do any of that.
It's amazing.
So anywho, all right.
Let us know in the group chat if you're dipping your pizza crusts. Also, if you have to keep 100 lists or if you just remember it all, like Shelby. And what we should talk about next. Because,
We still have to talk about their habits.
oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. We're going to talk about your habits. Let us know what your habits are. Please reinforce me that you need some sort of reminder system.
Okay.
Whew.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I had somebody say that if you are listening on YouTube, that you should be liking and subscribing to our videos because she was like, every time I go on there, I see all these views, but I'm like the only one to like it. I was like,
Mm,
right. So
love that.
if you're listening on YouTube, if you don't mind giving us a little thumbs up and a
Yeah.
subscribe, that would be cool.
A
Appreciate it.
habit, a habit I would like to have is to make a singular dollar off of this podcast. So it would be great if you could just give us a little thumbs up.
That's my goal right there. Yeah.
Same.
Oh my gosh. All right. We'll chat next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.